Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trends of the Crypto TV. I'm your gracious host, Solo. And yo, can y'all hear me? Let me know. It's been a while since I did this. I haven't done a live stream in 3 months. It's been a long time. It's been a while since I did this. It's been a long time. But guys, I just want to say I hope everybody's doing all right. You know what I'm saying? I hope that things are going well for you. And we're going to talk about crypto because I'm excited. We're always talking about crypto, okay? This is what we do over here, right? I know it's been a long time since I've been live, but listen, we're about to get back into it like I never left. Fear the Greed Index. Oh, wait. Yeah, let me do some shout outs. What up, OG? Hey, OG, you're the only one here right now. OG is the only one here right now. Shout out. Oh, Miriam, what's going on, man? Hey, man, Miriam, God bless you for coming on. I appreciate you. I know people are going to come and once the notification hits, but regardless, I do have to continue with the show. You already know how it goes. What's up, E-Smooth? Hey, yo, E-Smooth, you still in soda? It's getting crazy out here now, man. It's getting wild out here now, bro. It's getting so wild out in these soda streets, man. I'm telling you, man. I stay my butt at home. I don't even be outside. I listen. I be at the crib. Miriam says, sold my back to help my cousin. My cousin helped my cousin. Now I'm so hurt, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, bro, but you might be able to get back on the dip because I think we're gonna have I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen in May this month. I'm gonna give my predictions. And I'm just going to give you why I think is going to happen. And I think that, we're going to have like a mini bull run this month, maybe going into June. And then it's going to be like a crash because there's so much happening geopolitically that right now we are in a moment of crisis, right? E-Smooth says, yes, indeed, brother. Hey, man, that's what's up. So the Fear the Greed Index is at a 65, guys, okay? We were at a 67 yesterday. If you look at the Fear the Greed Index, listen, April was rough, okay? That's why, like I said, April was butt cheeks. Pardon my language, but it was. The Fear the Greed Index was at a 17 at one point, right? We had the Fear the Greed Index at a 25. I think the Fear the Greed Index even went down to a 13 recently. If I make the graphs a little bit bigger, right? So here we have it at an 18. I could have sworn it was lower than that at one point, right? But February, we went down to like a 10. So now that we're back at a 65 in the 60s, things are getting greedy again. And that is good. That is a good sign because, we've been hoping for this explosion. And and I think that we're going to have a phenomenal month in May and June. I think we're going to have a mini bull run, right? I don't know when it starts, but that's what it is. This guy's talking about crypto is dead. Bro, how are you talking about crypto is dead, bro? Are you like trolling? You must be trolling. Bitcoin just hit 99,000, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Sir, you might want to take a look at the charts. Bitcoin is at 99,000. I don't know why you're talking about it's dead. We're at a $3 trillion market cap. Things are going back up. I don't understand what once again, we got trolls in the building that don't know what they're talking about, or they just want attention because they can't get attention in real life, bunch of clowns. Anyway, guys, let's continue. So let's get straight into it. So Bitcoin, like I just mentioned, is at 99,000. Right, we were in the 80s and high 90s, low 90s to be exact. Ethereum is at a snare under 2,000. XRP, shout out to the XRP gang, at $2.21. It's a little bit of ways from the 245 that we were last month, and of course the $3 range that we were a few months ago. Solana, where the Solana boys at? Solana's at 156.46, right? And then listen, the one crypto that I've been sleeping on, and we've been talking about it on the Patreon, is Sue. I think Sue's gonna catch a lot of people off guard because Sue is a gainer. So Sue's gonna do phenomenally well, right? I believe in a like an end of top, blow off top situation at 381. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what, corporate McMathon? Bye. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned. You are banned. Goodbye, clown. This is what happens, guys. You got these incels like corporate McMathon. They come on the channel just to troll, right? Just to troll. Like, bro, if you're not here to spread good vibes and energy, what are you here for, right? He's a lone gooner at the crib. He ain't got nothing going on. So he want to come on here, get some attention, twerking in my chat because he can't get attention in real life. His mom didn't hug him enough or something. You know what I mean? It'd be clowns like that. He be crying on other chat. Listen, bro. Like I do this for real. And I'll roast you. And I don't even got to be out of pocket to roast you. You cats must have forgot. Like, I really, you know what I'm saying? I do clap back. You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys, let's talk about XLM. XLM is at 27 cents. XLM, I really want you guys to pay attention to XLM because remember when we had that last run up, right? When XRP did its run up, XLM ran up harder than XRP. So XLM is definitely on my watch list. I've been definitely, not financial advice, because you guys know I'm not a financial advisor, right? But XLM is definitely going to go up, right? And I think that, I'm not giving any prediction, but XLM is going to do very well, okay? So when we look at this now, that the facts now, why is crypto going up is because of the fact that now Trump is willing to sit down at the table with China to do some trade talks. This is very bullish. So, we were about to hit 100K. I can see us going to 104, 105. But I do think that within the next, couple months, we could hit 120K, and then it's going to be a massive fall off. Or we're just going to hit something like 105, and then it's going to be a retrace because, people are always taking profits, right? So that's something definitely to look out for, right? Look at Shiba Inu is at the 14 marker. Yes, we still in SHIB. Gotta love SHIB, and that's just what it is. What up, Ray Arthur? Oh, Ray Arthur, I'm doing good, brother. I am doing good. I can't complain, bro. It's good to see crypto going back up. It's good to see you in the chat, And Litecoin, there's been talk about Litecoin having ETFs. I don't know anybody outside of the Litecoin community who's really looking forward to that, but that's definitely something that, is a good thing, right? But Litecoin is definitely one too that for the people that are on Litecoin, you want to look at. Now, shout out to all my Pepalonians. What's going on with the Pepe gang? Oh, hold on a second, man. We got a couple people out here. Okay, Pepe is doing good. in regards to Pepe, like I'm not in Pepe, but if you're on Pepe, I think Pepe is gonna do very well still, right? Ondo. Man, there's so many coins. And we'll address some of these coins here in a bit. Let me get to the topic, and then, of course, I'll go into the chat, and then we'll answer some questions. So, guys, one thing that I always focus on this channel, right? You guys know I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not no TA guru. I focus primarily on mass adoption and utility, right? Meaning that how is crypto being utilized in a real way, in the real world, right? Now, Oregon signed something known as the SB 167 into law, legally recognizes crypto as collateral, right? So what does that mean? So by doing that in commercial transactions, it's legally recognized as collateral. So it gives it more utility. It makes it more what? Tangible. And see, guys, this is something that a lot of people still don't understand. because for lack of knowledge, my people perish, right? A lot of people don't understand what crypto really is. They just go off of third-hand information, information that they heard from somebody else, not information where they've done their own research, right? And here on Trendsetter Crypto TV, we do the research. We saw the receipts firsthand. That's why I got the screen pulled up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking out of my butt. You guys can see, okay, this is where he's getting his information from, right? So U.S. State Oregon Governor Tina Kotek signed a Senate Bill 167 into law to integrate digital assets such as crypto, tokenized records, and electric money into Oregon's version of the Uniform Commercial Code, UCC. It specifically adds Article 12, a legal framework that lawfully clarifies bounds these digital assets can be used in commercial transactions. So look at it this way, guys. You can now utilize in Oregon, you can utilize crypto as collateral, and this can happen in a major way in business dealing, like real estate, business deals, and things like that, okay? Now, another thing here is Missouri, and once again, guys, this is all within the last couple days. Missouri passes bill exempting capital gains from state taxes, okay? What does that mean? So let's say that, you bought Pepe or Bitcoin at 100,000 and then you cash out at 150, right? You don't have to pay that capital gains tax that they hem you up with. What does that do? It allows more people then to get into the space because now they don't have to worry about, being charged taxes on their crypto. This is huge, okay? This is huge. And there's still a lot of people that think crypto is just a fad. It's just, something for fun, when meanwhile you have states like Oregon, Missouri passing these laws to basically what? Allow crypto to be adopted and also encourage people to utilize crypto. That is huge, right? Now, another state, New Hampshire, right? New Hampshire Governor Kelly Ayotte officially signs bill into law allowing the state to invest in crypto. So we're having all this news coming out. Why? Because here's the thing. These states are now recognizing that crypto is for real. And now they're taking it serious, right? Remember, guys, 3 years ago, we weren't getting this news. Now they're doing this because the whole system as we know it is switching over, right? We're in what is known as the SWIFT system, the old system. We're now going to what I like to call a quantum finance system. Everything is going to be done digitally. Everything is going to be done with AI. It's going to be phenomenal, okay? The next, you guys are going to see it within the next 10 years. The technology is just going to go through the roof. But before we get into that, I also got to say shout out to my XCN. You already know XCN gang all day, every day. XCN is up 10%. Yeah, I'm still in XCN. I'm still buying, right? I do think that XCN can hit 10 cents still this month. Listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But XCN is such a gainer, right? Like you have some coins that just when they start ripping, they just defy all TA charts because they just go ham. And we remember XCN when it was doing its thing in December, January, and February, how the community is just so bullish, right? And that's one of the reasons why I rock with XCN is because of the community. And I really believe that XCN is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Like I see a lot of like big Twitter accounts now acknowledge XCN because every time XCN starts to move up, it's always one of the top cryptos, okay? That's just what it is. Soro Seed says, I think a great depression is coming by winter, liquidation by September. Yeah, you know what? I agree, right? I agree. I think that, I've heard some people mention prophetic words on that. I do agree because this actually leads me into this next topic that we're about to talk about, which is these tariffs, right? A lot of people don't understand that the tariffs are actually going to be focus. We're going to be paying for that. Okay. So I'm going to talk about this here. I'm going to play a little bit of this video and then I'm going to chime in. Okay. You guys let me know if you can hear the volume. Wait, can you hear it, guys? Oh man, no, you can't hear the lady speak at all. Okay, can you hear it, guys? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second, man. See, this is what happens, man, when you have technical difficulties. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna. Yeah, you know what? I've been having some issues with my new computer. You guys, for those who don't know, I built a new computer several months ago, and for some reason I've been having some audio issues, right? But let me see what I can do to fix this. You know what I mean? Let me see what I can do to fix this. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna just see. Okay, so that one is not working either. Okay, that one is not. Let's try this one.
Removing all the meat. My daughter lives near Collierville, Tennessee. She went into a Walmart to do some shopping today. My daughter lives
okay, Okay, guys, you can hear it now. Okay, my bad. Once again, guys, you guys know I haven't done this in like 3 months, so y'all forgive me. I'm gonna play this video, and then we gonna chop it up. Here we go. Here we go.
Check this out. Something's going on. Something is going on. My daughter lives near Collierville, Tennessee. She went into a Walmart to do some shopping today, which she rarely does. And they were removing all the meat from the counters, putting it in shopping carts and putting it in the back. And she stopped one of them and she's like, "Hey, I need a roll of that hamburger." "Yeah, we can't sell you this meat." She was like, "Why?" And he's all, "I don't know. We were told to remove it all from the counters and we're not allowed to sell it." So she's like, whatever. So she walks over to the dairy counter where, you know, the cheeses and all that. No eggs, no milk, all removed off the shelf. So she's like, nah. She found somebody. She's like, "Give me a manager out here." A manager came out and my daughter's like, "What's going on?" Like, he was like, "Buy hamburgers, the eggs." And he's like, we received a memo this morning at our morning meeting, and we were told to remove all of this from all the shelves and not to sell any of it to the customers. My daughter was like, "Why?" And he's like, "I don't know. We don't have a reason. We were just told to say we're not allowed to sell it." My daughter goes to another Walmart down there. Same shit. Why are they removing all the meat and all the dairy off the shelves and not allowing people to buy it? I got about.
You know, that is scary, right? Why are they doing that? And also, I've you guys know I'm on Twitter every day, right? I've seen Twitter posts of going to Walmart and the meat is like locked up now. The meat is locked up now. Now, people like Ray Arthur, E-Smooth the God, even Miriam, people that have been here since 2020, you guys remember me talking about the food shortage, right? And people thought, Solo, you don't know what you're talking about. You bugging this and that. Guys, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. This is worse than COVID. This is worse than COVID. You know why? Because during COVID, yeah, we had empty shelves. Let's keep it real. But during COVID, they didn't have meat locked up. Like, they literally, if you want to buy, like, in certain Walmarts, you got to have a Walmart associate, like, bring a key to unlock the meat. During COVID, I don't remember that. And now, when the Walmart higher-ups are telling their employees in the lower, the lower subordinates, the store managers, that they can't sell meat and dairy, you know what I know? In my limited experience, something is going on with the supply chain. And all of this is impacted because of tariffs, because tariffs does affect the supply chain. So what happens is, I just got word, the last non-tariff ships that China sent was about a week and a half ago. Guys, things are about to go through the roof, okay? Food, things are about to get bucky wild. But I don't think that, it might be a wild summer. They may be able to like push it back, but it's kind of like a sower of seed said. This winter is going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. And I think that the summer we might deal with some spikes in prices, but we're not really going to feel it until fall and winter. And that's when it's going to get very spooky. Don't be shocked if you have ex-girlfriends calling you, asking you if you've got chicken and meat and eggs. I'm not even joking.
900 of rejected items. Lady told me that they grown too big. I'll take these right here. They look pretty good to me. I sure do be seeing them in a lot of Walmarts looking like this.
Why is Walmart rejecting 20,000 pounds of produce? What are they going to do with it? Send it back? No, they're not going to send it. They're going to throw it away. And then they're going to write it off. Taxes. These people are diabolical, y'all. These are some diabolical people, man. That's insane.
I got to come on here on the app and report the claim.
All right, so listen, we're in Walmart right now, okay? And this is how bad everything is getting. I needed shaving cream. Now, mind you, did I shave today? No. Do I have some at home? I do. But I needed some more. So I'm looking where it used to be. Can't find it where it used to be. Make it right. I can't find where it used to be. So I'm like, all right, let's go to the back of the store where all like the shaving and stuff is. They moved it all. Okay? This is how bad it got. We're going to go over here so somebody can hear me. This is how bad it got. I got a Walmart brand, okay? Walmart brand shaving cream. Not even Gillette, nothing special, okay? I had to ring out in the back. I'm like, listen, hon, I still got a lot of shopping to do. We're not done. We have stuff, okay? Little preview of what just happened. How you doing, bud? Okay? Well, little preview. All of a sudden, she goes, oh. I was like, babe, can I please ring out up front? She goes, yeah, no problem. I got to give you a container. Container? So I'll carry it up front. Now, this is what you get now when you got to ring out this. This world is getting sad. Sad.
So here's the thing with this, okay? I had to get a worker to get the shaving cream, then to put it in a box, and now I got to go find another worker at the front to unlock the box to pay for it. Like this, I feel like I'm in jail when I come here.
In total, the company announced that 269 store locations will be closed worldwide starting next month. Though most of the store locations.
It's insane. And you know what? It's wild. And I don't know what are people doing? Like, what are people paying attention to right now? Kanye West? I don't know what's going on, bro. Like if you thought COVID was bad, this is going to be on another level, man. This is going to be on another level. So when people are complaining about, oh, men taking on coffee dates, you'll be happy if a man takes you to McDonald's to give you a number one and a number two. Because the way this inflation keep going, I can see it 6 months to a year from now. You go to McDonald's to get a number one and number two, it's going to cost you $100. Y'all, listen, I know what y'all think, and y'all like, Solo, you're being dramatic. But you guys know it's not that I'm wrong when I come to these predictions. It's just my timing be off. But imagine you go to McDonald's and you want a number one and number two, and they're like, sir, that'll be $100.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
It's going to be to a point where, real talk, a first date, if you go out with a young lady, y'all going to meet at the park and y'all going to eat some beans and soup and a little bit of bread, because that's all you'll be able to afford. Y'all think I'm joking.
Locations are in the United States. A bulk of the store closures will occur in Brazil as well. Included in the restructuring, 102 Walmart Express stores will be closed in the United States, with 154 stores in the U.S. closing altogether. The move will affect 16,000 employees. In other markets, Walmart.
That's another thing, right? When we're talking about Walmarts and these retailers closing, people are getting fired, not just in the retail business, but also in the tech business. I've got a couple friends that have been laid off, right? And one of the friends asked me, yo, what crypto should I get? XRP. I told her, get XRP, XCN. She's like, what do you think about HBAR? I heard about HBAR. Yeah, get HBAR too, right? People are trying to figure out how to protect themselves, especially older people that are, 35 plus. We've already dealt with a recession before. These young kids haven't, right? So it's like you got to take action right now because all that free kumbaya is all done now. It's all done. All that, sprinkle talk is dead. It's dead. All that Cheesecake Factory talk, I need a man to take me to Cheesecake Factory, is done. Why? Because nobody's going to have money to just frivolously spend on the Cheesecake Factory. Now, you guys know I'm a man of God, but here's the thing. I heard the other day in some city, they were promoting an adult club, where ladies, strip club, right? And they were saying that they had to lay off the strippers because there were only 3 customers in there. Now, if that's not a sign of recession, I don't know what is. If that's not a sign of recession or inflation where, you have adult dancers, aka strippers, getting laid off, I don't know what is. And now we're in such a time where people are being very frugal with their money. I know I am. A couple of years ago, I was going, I was going on vacation here. I was going to Cali. I was going to Texas. I was going everywhere, right? No, I haven't gone on a vacation in a couple of years now, right? You got to be very mindful with your money. People aren't just frivolously spending because the reckoning is coming, and it's going to come very fast.
Walmart said it was closing 115 stores in Latin America, including 60 in Brazil.
So this comes as officials with the company continue to pull workers back to its main hubs. So in the memo that was sent to employees, the retailer said it is cutting roles and asking office-based employees in some of its smaller offices to relocate to the company's newly opened headquarters, but did not specify how many workers are being impacted.
Well, Walmart is now issuing a major financial warning to millions and millions of Americans. Because right now, what we are expecting is prices are going to increase and customers' shopping experiences will change.
So the Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is, guys. So what does that mean for crypto? Well, what it means is, unfortunately, and I'm not trying to sound bad, but crypto is going to go up. Why? Because inflation is going to go up and tariffs are going to go up. So what does that mean? It means that inflation and tariffs is going to eat at people's money. And what do people do? Smart people, right? What does smart money do? When inflation happens, they try to protect their assets, right? That's why gold has been reaching all-time highs, right? Gold has been breaking all-time high after all-time high. Silver is going to be doing that too, if it's not already doing it, right? And that's why crypto is going to be doing that as well. That's why you see all these states now jumping on the wagon, getting in line, because the economy is messed up. And once again, it's the global economy. That's why now banks are clear to trade crypto for clients over the counter. The global economy is messed up. That's why now you're hearing about World War III and this country's doing this and that. I don't think there'll be a World War III. Let me just say that. But there's going to be conflict because we're already dealing with conflict. But unfortunately, it's inevitable. Whenever there's conflict, what happens? America gets dragged into it. And at the end of the day, the crypto markets are going to see an increase, not just because of inflation and tariffs, but also because the technology is going to be mass adopted and utilized in a real way, right? Oregon, now crypto's collateral. Missouri, you get tax exemptions on capital gains, right? New Hampshire basically allows the state to invest into crypto. Why is that? Because the reckoning is coming. Like a sower of seed says, September is going to start to give more away. By winter's coming, right? Shout out to Game of Thrones saying, you guys know that, KS made that one hot, but Game of Thrones, winter is coming. So imagine, Like, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to all my favorite restaurants. I'm not even going cap, bro. Listen, I'm going to all my favorite restaurants. And why? Because once inflation, like the prices go crazy, I'll never be able to go again. Well, I won't be going for a long time. But even now, man, I'm not even going to my favorite restaurants. I'm just barbecuing. But it's just crazy. It's just insane. And a lot of people are still not paying attention. John says, I thought inflation hurts crypto. I mean, at the end of the day, for a while it was doing that, right? But now it's actually helping it in a sense, because here's the thing. It's the main thing that's always held crypto back, and I've always said this, is mass adoption, right? And utilization. And that's the reason. You have to give people a reason to use crypto. And once the financial switch happens fully, then that's going to be allows crypto to be utilized more effectively, right? And we're starting to see a little bit of that now, right? It's not fully there yet. And I know a lot of people, especially shout out to the XRP army, because, you know, I'm rocking with XRP as well, always, right? But a lot of people are talking about the flip the switch moment. It's not going to happen like that. It's going to be like an incremental breakdown where the system continues to break down incrementally. And then it's going to be a major moment or a major catalyst that's going to force people then to go over. I mean, wasn't there just blackouts a week ago in Europe? Or am I bugging? Right? Bluff City nerd in the building. Bluff City says, I look forward to people panic selling. It's nice to buy crypto at a discount. Yeah. So yeah, even though Bitcoin right now is at 99,000, and I think we're going to go to 105,000 in the short term, maybe 104, or we could even go up to 120, and then it's going to be another dip. You guys know, rinse and repeat, right? The thing about it is that nothing goes up forever, right? It's just going to be like that. And then here's the thing you got to ask yourself is, are you in a position to sell? Do you have a strategy? You guys know I'm not a financial advisor, but I always tell you, do you have a strategy? Because what happens if you go on Coinbase and Coinbase is locked out? Because I went on Coinbase today and Coinbase was acting a little bit funny style when Bitcoin was approaching 99K. I don't know if anybody else noticed it. But this is why you got to have a strategy, maybe utilizing decentralized exchanges and things of that sort, you know? But yeah, anybody, what coins are you guys in the chat? What coins are you guys looking at right now? What coins are you guys interested in? Let me know, right? Let me know. Anybody got any questions? But this is good for the markets. It's good to see the markets being bullish again. And you guys know me. I'm always going to be here to give you guys the updated information. And if you guys, oh my gosh, XCN. XCN, baby. Let's get it to popping. I'm telling you guys, it's gone up another 8% since I started the stream. I'm telling you guys, XCN is different. Love it. You know? Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing, man. I'm glad that I don't have a lot of people here. Well, that sounds kind of messed up, right? Because I understand a lot. Listen, there's not like if you're like watching the stream, it means that you're intelligent. You're a visionary. You know what I'm saying? Because you understand that right now we are in the middle of an exodus, so to speak. We're going from the old to the new, right? And so you understand that things are changing in a major way, and they will continue to change. And what you're doing is you're not just waiting for the change to happen. You're being proactive. You're listening to live streams like this. You're researching crypto or you're buying crypto. If you listen, even if you only have Coinbase, right? Which you guys already know, I always recommend Get a Ledger, Trezor, Descent, Tangent Wallet. Okay. Cold storage is always the best. That's my opinion. But even if you have crypto on Coinbase, you're already ahead of 90% of people. That shows that you take action. You're smart. And I always say that to people because I don't think people realize how many people still aren't in crypto. I was talking to a young lady the other day and she was asking me questions. And she had no inclination of crypto, and I get it. I'm not judging her or this and that, but there's a lot of people, it just goes over their heads. You know what I mean? And you guys know me. I'm not like no freaking intellectual, and I'll never claim to be. Never. But if you understand this, you are like in the top 10%. Some of you guys are going to be wealthy beyond belief. It's going to be silly. A Sower of Seed says, I finally bought some XDC. You might fill up that bag before it pumps to $1 or something. You know what? Let's take a look at XDC. I haven't looked at XDC in a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at XDC. You know, XDC, I'm kind of salty as Sower of Seed because remember, we were dumping a couple weeks ago. And so I had a buy limit order for like 4.5 cents. XDC refuses to go below like 6 cents, right? You look at XDC here. If you look at the last 30 days, it's been at like 7 cents. Even if you go beyond, it's like at 6 cents. XDC has held very firmly, you know. And when XDC, listen, by the time XDC gets on Coinbase, it'll be too late for people, right? Because you'll be buying XDC at a premium. Get the Coinbase debit card too. Yeah, Coinbase debit card. I use that one a lot for bills that I can't pay. Because you know what? I don't trust these banks. The only money I have in my bank is like money that I can't utilize in regards to my Coinbase debit card or my other crypto payment forms of payment, right? But yeah, man, it's a good idea. I meant to buy XDC on Uphold. Okay, yeah, be careful with Uphold. Like I said, man, I've been hearing a lot of like bad stories. Somebody in my Telegram group, shout out to him, a couple months ago, he was having issues with Uphold where they wouldn't give him his money back or something. So me personally, I tell people if you buy an Uphold, make sure then you send it to a cold storage wallet ASAP. I wouldn't just let my crypto chill on Uphold. I don't trust them. I've heard way too many horror stories, including that gentleman that mentioned it in my Telegram group. Bluff City Nerd says, I use mine for emergencies. Yeah, man, bank accounts, you know what I mean? They trifling. Plus, also with bank accounts now, I'm hearing that the government, because of student loans, you know, they taking money, garnishing paychecks, and also taking people's money from bank accounts too, right? That's just what it is. Coinbase has a debit card too. Whoa, got to check that. Might have to stop hating on them. Yeah, Coinbase has a debit card. Yep. Yeah, they've been had a debit card. They've had it now for about 4 or 5 years. I've been using mine since it came out. Bro, the rewards on the Coinbase card used to be so dope. You used to be able to get like, it was crazy. It used to be like 8% for XLM. So every time you used your Coinbase debit card, you got like 8% back in XLM, bro. Like the rewards used to be amazing. Now the rewards are trash. Now it's like 1%. But you know what? I'd rather use my Coinbase debit card and get 1% back in the XLM than get nothing. You know what I mean? That's just my thing. I like buying on Uphold's Topper. It lets you send direct to an address. It's been working nicely for me. Yeah, just with Uphold, just be careful. Like I said, I've heard some horror stories from people. And like I said, I mean, you don't want to be, you know, when these exchanges start going bucky wild, you don't want to be the last one holding the bag, you know? That's why I always recommend cold storage wallets and things like that, just to protect yourself. And that's a smart thing to do, right? You can get a Trezor. Now they got ledgers at Best Buy. You can go buy a ledger at Best Buy. You can buy Tangem. The Cent wallet is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know, so it's just about protecting your assets. Remember, you're your own bank. You are your own sovereignty. Nobody's going to, you know, do it for you unless you're going to buy ETFs, which unless you're a boomer, and no disrespect to the boomers, but if you're under the age of 50, you should not be buying ETFs. You should be buying crypto outright. Like if you're like 30 or 25, what are you doing buying ETFs?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Know what I'm saying? You basically paying a middleman to an asset that you don't even own technically. They tell you own it. No, you don't. Because they have it. You ain't got it. They have it. They just give you a piece of paper, tell you that you have it. No, you don't own it. You don't own it unless it's in your cold storage wallet. Even if you have it on Coinbase or Uphold or Binance, you don't own it. It's not in your own sovereignty. That's why I recommend get a cold storage wallet, because then it's yours. Okay? It's very simple. It's very simple. All right, guys. Well, listen, if anybody got any questions, let me know. If not, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm definitely going to be more active, guys. You guys already know. I mean, I'm always active on Twitter. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at on Twitter all the time. You can follow me there on Twitter, Solomon Jones, Solo TV 84. You know, I'm always posting, right? My musings and all of that, you know, so definitely make sure to follow me on Twitter. On this channel too, I'm very active. You know, well, I haven't been that active recently, but I will be more active now because of the fact that, you know, I've been dealing with some personal things, family situations the last few months. So, you know, we got to make sure that they're set right. And you know what? I appreciate every one of you guys watching and still rocking with me. God bless you, because, man, you know, life is hard right now, man. Life is hard right now. And life is about to get very harder in a different way. So, we have to prepare. Make sure you stock up on food, but don't panic. Please don't panic. But, you know, stock up on food and health essentials, and make sure that, you know, you are taking care of you and yours, you know, your family. And then always, no matter what happens, put faith in God. You know, because things are getting hard right now in life, and a lot of people are just out here losing their minds, bro. Like, bro, I got to take time off Twitter because I see stuff on Twitter and I'll be like, yo, people losing their minds, bro. For real, for real. Ray Arthur says, I only have 10 to 15% of what I got on exchange. Yeah, man. Like I always say, man, don't put anything on exchanges unless you're willing to lose that. Because once again, these exchanges are very shady, man. Like, for real, for real. But yeah, guys, listen, I appreciate all of you. You know, it looks like we might see 100K today. It looks like we might see 102 by tomorrow, or maybe even beyond. But guys, May is starting off really good. I mean, this is technically still, we're going into the second week of May, right? So May starting off good. This is what we want to see. We want to see the bullishness come back, fear the greed index come back. We've had great news in crypto now for the last 7 months. And now it's time for the price to reflect that, okay? And so, yeah, guys, I'm definitely going to be more active. I'm also going to give you guys more coin reviews. Make sure, guys, the Patreon is where I've got my 2025 Trendsetter crypto reviews list of coins that I'm reviewing that people are sleeping on. Right? Shout out to the XCN Army. You feel me? I got to give y'all my Cam Newton fly dap, because, you know, XCN, I think, is going to shock a lot of people this month. And so more stuff is coming, guys. And remember, man, put God and family first. That's God and family. That's God first and then family, okay? With that being said, I'm out. Roll the music. Toodles.
Now
now.
Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. How do we stop it? How do we? Wait. We just hit 100K again, baby. Let's get it to popping. Look, listen, I'm not lying, guys. It did hit 100K. I just had to stop the music. But woohoo! We're back. We're back. Okay, guys, we are back. Okay, listen. This is what we're gonna do: stock up on food, stock up on supplies, and we're gonna move stealthily, right? Altcoin season on the way. Let me say it again. Altcoin season on the way. You feel me? We're about to load up on your favorite coins: XRP, XCM, Solana, Sue. What up? Shiba Inu. Get you some. Whatever you got to do. Right? Altcoin season on the way. Shout out to the Pepperonians, right? Ondo, altcoin season about to be on the way. Make sure you got your strategy set. You feel me? It's going to be a great summer, okay? Listen, we're going to barbecue every other weekend. Just don't let your neighbors know, all right? John says XRP to $3 again. Solo will happen next month. Listen, nothing wrong with that. I'm all about that. Let's get it. Let's get it. Anyway, man, more to come. It's your boy Jones, and I'm out.